Okay, so as of today, what we have discussed about project configurations, that is basic projects. Suppose if you click on a create projects, so we created these basic software projects, right? So today we are discussed about at Scrum and Kanban. So this is actually the most of the projects they will use in the organization, Scrum or Kanban. Okay, so we'll discuss like how Scrum and Kanban will be used in an organization. So actually Jira is a projects management tool. So in the projects management tool only, these two project only we will use it. Okay, so basic software project. This is a like in the starting classes I told you like Jira is a bug tracking tool and projects management. So bug tracking is like is a normal projects that just track to the task your bug like that, like the people will be create like manager TL, they will create it and they will 1 second guys. So people will, if they created a business project or this basic software project, so they will create a task and they will track their work and they will do their work as it is. But Scrum and Kanban projects are agile methodology. So agile methodology means like if you type it like this is a agile methodology. So I'll show you some pictures. So yes. So agile methodology is nothing but to track everything into single place. So example, plan, design, development, testing, release, and feedback. So to complete any projects and what are the things are important and what are the teams are involved. So all teamwork we can track in the single place. Okay, so this is the way like they what their plan team or designing team or development, testing, deploy, review, and launch. So this is the overall things what happened in the one project. So everything so we can track into the single place. So that is we called as a agile methodology. So waterfall methodology when the step by step each person so they have own process like one by one it will be go. But now when we use the tool, this Jira tool in with an agile methodology, so we can use it, we can track all people work into the single place. So that we call as a Scrum. So, normally sometimes we will listen like I have a Scrum call today, I have Scrum meeting today or something. So in the Scrum projects, which is helpful for to track all people work into the single place. Okay, so I'll create a one project is Scrum, create a project. I just created a Scrum, then create, then click on select name. So I'll select like iOS develop iOS development. So the project ID is ID. I'll select it iOS. Okay, so project lead is administrator, then submit. Raj, okay. So guys, see, compared to normal projects, how this project looks like. If you go to these normal projects like basic project or that, you can see like issues, report, release, and component. That's it. And directly, if you click on issues, we can see issues. But in these Scrum projects, when I click on when I create a Scrum, so I can see one iOS board, okay, backlog and active sprint and release, reports, issues, components, all. And if you see like epic and versions are two options we have here on extra. Okay, and actually what happened and when we have created a Scrum project. The projects will be created. If I click on projects, this is iOS development project, and this is the project. And if I click on the board, I can see iOS board also. If I click on iOS board, the board also looks like same as a project only. So the if you see, like, if there is no differences with these two screens, see, this is a same screen when I open iOS board, and when I open the project also, it's the same. iOS development is the same. And what happened with that, when we created a projects, the projects will be created, one board will be created, and the board will be included in the one. If I click on this, sorry, board, the board configurations. If I click on some board configurations, general configurations have a filter. So it means the filter also will be created automatically. If I go to search for issues, manage filter, my filters, yes, filter for iOS board. The project is iOS development, filter for iOS board. So when I create a projects, the board is created, and in that board, one filter will be there, and the filter also will be automatically created. So in a Scrum board, what will happen if I create a ticket, iOS development bug test 1. So when I created any ticket, the ticket will be, I can see in the backlog. If I click on backlog, I can see ticket here. Okay. So this is like how this board and projects will be working. Um, mm, okay. So first, what is the exact differences, like how this Scrum projects will be work exactly? See, I'll give you this. Scrum project is equal to basic projects plus board. Okay, so basic project in the sense what we are using, like a new resource project, like it looks like basic projects plus board. So how this board will be work? So board only will be included all of this option, like iOS board, backlog, active sprint, epic version, like this. So suppose if I go to the boards, view all boards. What I'll do, I'll remove this board. Okay, I'll delete this board. So now what will happen? Earlier the project looked like epic versions, backlog, active sprint, board, all. If I refresh the page, cannot view the board. Suppose if I go to the project, if I click on project, see, this is normal project, how it looks like my RM project. See, create a board, issues, reports, release, components, all. And it same looks like the project. The project is not deleted. I deleted the board. So when I delete the board, the project will be as a basic project as it is. But when I create a board again to these projects, so we can create same, like suppose I'll go to the board now. I'll create a board. The right side I can say click on a board, view all board, and then create a board. So I have a two boards. One is a Scrum and Kanban. So I'll select the Scrum. So I have three options here. Create with a new project. Suppose if I selected this, board will be created and projects will be created. So how we are created a Scrum project just now. Second, board from an existing projects. So this is we can do. Like third one also, board from an existing saved filter. So I'll discuss later this. So second option I've selected. Click on next. Board name, I'll select like iOS board. Okay, what is my projects? What projects I need to change? iOS development. Then click on create a board. Now see, again same projects will be converted as a board. So this is the project. If I refresh the project also, this. Same. So what it is mean, when we are selected Scrum projects, or if normal projects also, we can change as a Scrum projects with help of this board. Just Scrum also, just it's a normal projects, but some extra add-on plus board. So when we are selected Scrum, the extra board will be created so that these options are enabled. Board, backlog, active sprints, all this. But what is the use of this board compared to other normal projects? So what is use of here? So first of all, in each projects, we can create a multiple boards. Okay, so example is a board 1 or board 2 or board 3, like that. So each boards included a filter. Each board we have an included. See which issues are matched to that filters, those issues only will appear in the particular board. Example, I'll go to here and my board is now iOS board. So if I go to board configurations, I can see like project equal to iOS. Suppose if I created any ticket, I can see in the backlog. I can see here. Suppose if I created task 1 is here. Okay, but I wanted differences based on the issue type. So people, they'll create like based on the issue type, based on the summary, or sub based on some whatever it is, they will write it. But I'll take it based on the summary. So what I'll do, I'll just click on edit filter query. Instead of iOS, I just selected iOS and issue type equals to bug. Okay, search. I just save this. Okay, now if I refresh the page, I can see only bug here, because this board, if I go to the board configurations, if I go to this board configuration, what is my filter query? So board name is iOS board. I can rename it iOS bug board. Okay, administrator is my name only, filter query is this, filter sharing with this, and project is equal to iOS, and issue type is equal to bug. So which ticket is matched to this filter, those issues only will come to here. Suppose if I created this iOS bug board, only bugs I can see it here. Okay, so if I create a task, example task 2, it will not come here. But same, if I create a bug, see bug I can see. But how I need to see task also? Same, can we create a other board also? Yes, we can create. If I go to same iOS board, create a board option will become again. So click on a create board, select a Scrum board, board from an existing projects, or else if you created a already filter like a projects with this and so, so we can see example. I'll write a filter. These two, right? Save as. What I'll do, iOS task filter. I save this filter. So now when I'm creating, I will select okay, create a board, create a Scrum from existing saved filter, board name. So iOS board, iOS task board filter. What is my filter which I created? iOS task filter. Then create a board. See guys, now if I refresh this, I can see my projects iOS development. In that, I have a multiple boards called iOS bug board. So iOS only, bugs only I can see. So then iOS task board, I can see only task ones. Okay, the single projects we can create a multiple boards, and if the board filter match which issues is matched, those issues only will appear in that board. So this is like board one is a bugs, board two is a task. They do have respective filters. So if issue is matches to that filters, so that the respective board only the issues will be appear. Okay, suppose if I created any of other one like bug, apart from bug, if it will be shown the bug task, it will be shown the task. Suppose if I create a story one, so it will not appear anyway. So because this is a task board and this is a bug board. Okay, story I cannot see anywhere. Okay, so these cases the people will ping you like say hi Jira team, so I'm not able to see my stories in my board, so bug board or something here. So we need to check their board filter first. That is the first things we need to do. If the issue is matched to their board filter, it will become, or else it will not come. But apart from that, apart from this board, we have a project. See, this is the boards will work like this, but we have a project. At least we need to see issues in the project, right? So that you can see in the below. If you click on issues, you can see all here, same as normal projects. But you can see click on the board, and board will be work based on the filter only. The respective issues only will become there. Suppose if I click on create click on create board, Scrum board, create an existing project again, board name, iOS all issues, iOS development, click on create. So now all tickets will be here. See, so example, my bug board and my task board, and just I've created all issues, iOS all issues. So all issues here, bug, task, story, everything I can see here. Okay, so you know already like how to create a Scrum project. We can select Scrum, so that projects will be created and board will be created. So suppose how to change Scrum projects to basic. So how to change, they have a created Scrum projects and they want like basic projects now, basic software project like that. So what we can do, like we need to remove board, that's it. Next thing, so they created a normal project. Suppose how to change how to create a how to change a normal project to Scrum. Okay, so this I just show you like if you are deleted the board, it will be changed to normal. Suppose if I go to all my boards are there. So if I deleted any board, it will change to normal. But I have this one normal projects. Example, I have a resource management, which is normal projects already. So how to change this to Scrum? Just we need to create a board. This case is how to change a normal project to Scrum. We need to create a board from existing projects. Okay, so example, if I go to board, view all boards, create a board. So Scrum existing projects, board from existing project, click on next. Board name, so whatever, like RM board. So projects, we need to select which project we need to migrate, then create a board. So that the same project will be, earlier my project is just normal project, RM projects, but now it is changed to as a Scrum projects. Okay, so this is the way how we can. The next is, suppose my project is a business projects. Example, business project. I don't have any business projects now. I'll just select a task management, click on next. Next. Business, key is business, then submit it. Okay, my project. See, if I go to the create project place, I have a basic software project, so I easily manage go to the Scrum and like anything Scrum, Kanban I can do. But is it possible to change a business projects to software that is Scrum? Is it possible? So let's create a board first. Is it possible to create a board? Like thing is like change business projects to Scrum. So first I'll create a board. Okay. So Scrum board I've selected, existing project, same. And board name is business board I've selected. Okay. Project I've selected, business. Same as it is, how we are changed, right? So then I'll create a board. But if I created a board, see, the project is not looks like my project. See, this project is the same look like I can see all like business, backlog, active sprint release, everything. If I click on here, iOS development, like iOS projects, okay, iOS development, this iOS project. If I click on a boards, so iOS task board or something, if I selected anything, same. If I click on suppose resource management projects, resource management projects, it will be open like this, and project also, and suppose board also, RM board, save will be open. But business project, see, if I click on business board, if I click on a board, business board, see, and same, if I open a projects, what is a project? Business. See, project looks like business or summary, issue, reports is same. Board is showing like backlog, active sprint, reports, versions, and epics. So these both are not merging. Only one thing, like when I change in a normal like software projects to Scrum, so the soft within that, like both are same software type project. So it will be merged easily. So as I told you, like Scrum project is equal to basic project board. Basic is a software only. Board is a software project. Both are mixed easily. But when I do like when I change the business project to Scrum, they both are not merged since the board is a Scrum and this is a business. So they both are not merged. I hope now you understand like what is the board looks like. So this is the board, and project is normal project, how we can see like release, reports, issues, components, that's it. So when we create a board, the two will be merged, so that is the result, final result. But apart from that, if you like if you want to see board up like apart from project, so this is the board. So this is directly mixed into software projects but not a business projects. Okay, but how I need to change it? But is there any change? Yes. So just go to the projects first, then click on project settings. We have a, after the summary, we have a details. If you click on a details, I can see business, my projects. If I want to change my project's name, we can change it from here. If you want to change the project key, we can change it from here. And the options we have here, project type. So instead of business, you can change to software, then click on save. So now the project is changed from business to software. So when software project is easily merged with a board, so it's automatically changed. See, and if I refresh my board also, it changed. Okay, so this is and few of the organization people, so they will do like few of the managers, suppose if they are like a manager of 2 or 3 projects or something, so they will create a based on their project. So example, I'll create a project in RM and suppose JS. So So 2 projects. I save this, right? RM and JS. So now I can create a board, view all boards, create a board, Scrum projects, saved from existing. So click on next. So this is not in a one project, it is in a 2 projects. So RM and JS, saved filter, JS, click on create board. So it looks like normal, but they can track the 2 issues here. So if I go to this RM and JS, so both project I can see, right? JS tickets also I can see, total is 23, but remaining project are closed. The closed tickets will not appear in the board, but apart from that, we can, like if I create a JS project ticket, JS bug test 1, create. So it will be here, see. So if it is open tickets only, we can see in the backlog, which is resolved, we cannot see it. Okay. So this is how to create a board in the with a saved filter also. Okay. So, but maximum they will ask you to create a new Scrum project. So we need to come here, we need to create it. But if they ask you to create a multiple boards, we need to create board from here. And respective filters, we need to edit based on the requirement. We need to edit the filter. Okay, so in this board I want to see these tickets only, in this board I want to see these tickets only. So respective board filter we need to modify it. Okay, second. So third one, if they ask you to change their existing software projects to Scrum projects, we need to create a board with an existing project, so it will be changed. If they ask you to their Scrum projects to migrate to basic projects, we need to remove the board. Okay, so issues will not deleted and nothing, so it will be work same as it is. Second, if they ask you to migrate their base business projects to Scrum projects, first we need to convert the projects, then we need to create a board. Okay, next if they want to like a Scrum projects, they want to change to business, so you can do this task. Okay, try this like um change projects, sorry, how we can do it. Okay, and suppose few people, like if they have 2 or 3 projects owner, so they'll request you like, I'm working with the 3 project and 3 project issues I want to track in the my Scrum board. So with help of like project is equal to A project, B project, C projects, then create a board with a saved existing filters, so that they will use their filter result as a Scrum planning. Okay, so this is the way I'll give you the notes how it will, but this you can think it. I think it's easy when you are thinks all of this good, so you can easily change this. Just nothing, change Scrum projects to business means first we need to remove the filter, sorry, remove the board, so then it will come as a basic projects. Basic project, how to change to business, just go to the project and change, convert projects to business to, sorry, Scrum to, sorry, software to business, so then it will change as a business. Okay, so this is exactly opposite. So first convert business project to software project, then delete the board. You can do reverse that. Delete the board, create a board. Now it is a delete the board and convert software to business. That's it. Okay. So I'll come to the board projects. But exactly what is the use of this this board? See, coming to development projects, they'll not create it blindly and they will create it. So they have a planning. Example, if you see any versions related software development things, they will put it one timeline. Example, if you are using your phone, if you are using any software release, they'll mention clear date. Next month 10th, we are going to release a new version. Next month 15th, we are going to release second version. Next month 30th, we are going to release new version. But how they have an exactly date. So that is called an agile methodology. So it is completely work based on the planned board. The Scrum is a planned board. Remember, so they'll ask you like, what is a Scrum board? So Scrum board is a planned board. So first, when the tasks are created, example, if I created a task, any task, I'll create a bug, I'll create a new feature, I'll create a task or anything. Okay, I'll create it. If I created anything here, okay, so the same will be comes to this board. Okay, the same will come to this board. Okay, but developers will not work on these backlog tickets. So backlog is like a planning place. Okay, so we can hear a lot of jobs related to scrum manager, scrum masters. So this is the scrum master work. Like when issues are created, the issues will be in the backlog. So scrum master will plan these tickets. So how they'll plan it, like they'll create a sprint. So they will put it sprint name. So what is the goal of this sprint? Okay, then duration. If they are selected 1 week, so directly 29th April to 6th May. So if 5 working days, if I select 2 weeks or 2 week sprint, but we can still select the custom ones like start date, end date, we can select our own. Okay, suppose I selected 1 week, then create. So guys, you can see is a Scrum board here. So what the people will be do it, like what are the development they're going to do within this date, like 29th April to 6th May. So example, the 7th May they have a release. So apart before 6th day only, what issues, what development we need to finish it. So that development only they will move to Scrum. So first you can see RM1 I have a ticket, RM1 nothing. So here Scrum board, Scrum, related Scrum field is not there. But when I move this ticket to here, if I refresh this page, okay, so Scrum field is not there. Okay, I'll go to the new resource. Sprint related, sorry. Sprint. So what will you can see sprint, RM sprint 1. So when we move the tickets, RM7, if I open RM7 is nothing. Now, if I move the ticket, just drag and drop only. So drag and drop to here so that if you see here now, sprint. And whenever we are moving tickets from backlog to sprint, the ticket will be edit and the sprint is adding. So if you see in the history, we are edit the ticket. See, this administrator changed the empty to a new sprint 1. Suppose few scrum master, they'll ask you like, hey Jira administrator, when I move the tickets from backlog to sprint, the ticket is automatically coming back to backlog. It's not stay on the sprint. So can you help me on that? So because what is happening when we are moving ticket from backlog to sprint, that ticket is editing and the sprint name is adding with an help of edit options. Okay, but suppose the user is not have edit permissions, they cannot edit the ticket. So cannot edit the ticket means the sprint will not update. Sprint is not updated, the ticket will come to the backlog again. So this is the one solution only. If the people don't have edit issue permission, they cannot move issues from backlog to sprint. Okay, so that case we need to provide them like edit issue permission so that they can do it. Okay, so my requirement here like 29th to 6th May, I need to finish these 4 tickets. My team should be finished these 4 tickets. So I just move to here, then they start the sprint. Okay, so this is the 4 issues, is a 5 working days, then start. Once sprint is started, if I click on a backlog, see this is an active now. Okay, so this is the active sprint, is what is this is the date they need to finish it. So if I go to the active sprint, so these are the tickets. So to do in progress done. Okay, see when I see these developers will work on only these tickets. It means this is the planning and their design and their development will be here only. Okay, so what issues they are planning and what is their design for this coming project. So those tickets only will be here. Then once they're started is active sprint, this developer will start work on only active sprint, which is planned only. Suppose example, these remaining tickets are after 6th May, like second version example. If you cannot work on second version like the first, you need to finish first what are the issues, what are the development you have in the coming week or coming 2 weeks. That is only you need to focus it. Okay, so this is the way like how agile methodology will be work. It's a complete planned one. Okay, so what are the version you are going to release, what are the things you are going to improvement in the coming 1 or 2 weeks, those tickets only the develop person is important. So backend like is the designer or like a planet people's, like they have lot of things in the mind, so they cannot put everything into development person in the at once. So they need to give one by one. But how the one by one will become? So based on this Scrum projects, they will give, they'll create a sprints, and based on the sprint and they will work on it. Okay, so but here when the people are like started working on it, and they will move the tickets to to do in progress, or if they are completed they'll click on the done. Okay, so if the tickets are completed and respective assignee person will change the status here, so that everything is done. So still I have a remaining 5 days, and within a 5 days I need to finish it. So once is finish it, and the product owners will become, they will complete a sprint. In a Scrum board, total 3 team members will be involved. One is Scrum Masters. Next is developers and testers, the workers, like product owners. Product owners only will be complete the sprint. So once they complete the sprint, and it means that issues is completed, so they'll plan to the release that changes to the live. Okay, so 3 teams are involved. Like first is Scrum Master, they will plan the tickets, the developer tester work on the tickets, and the product owners will be released and push the code. So that what we have seen in the agile methodology here. Okay, so those are the 3 team members will be included in the single place, and they will. But what is the Jira administrator work in the agile project or Scrum projects? Okay, what is a Jira administrator work? Same, need to create a projects. What projects we need to create? If they are requested, say, hey, Jira administrator, I want to create a new Scrum project called so and so. Then we need to come here, we need to create it. If they want a projects, when they're creating a tickets, so they don't want like existing issue types. Same exactly what we are discuss, what we are practice as of today. So the same thing. So all projects configuration. Okay, so hey Jira administrator, I want these issue types to my new Scrum projects. I want this workflow, I want these screens, I want these permission schemes, I want this notification scheme, I want this field configuration, I want this workflow, and this status only this person should be execute, and this status only should be validator. And once we change the status from to do to in progress, this should be happen automatically. So this complete project's overall setup is the same as it is in this Scrum project also. So apart from projects configuration, so what we need to do it? Apart from all projects configuration, plus board configuration. Board configurations. Okay, so that's why I'm saying like one steps is increased now in your practicing. Now, as of now, you are practicing only all project configurations. So project configuration is done. So I'm not going to discuss same things to my this project again. So because all projects configuration we are already discussed, right? What is next? The next is project settings are same. If I go to the here, so if I click on summary, issue type, workflow, screens, or field configuration, priority, everything is same. Okay, I'm not going to discuss same thing again. But when you're in the board, if you're in the backlog, okay. But now, example, I'm in the backlog. Okay, so I'll go to the all issues. So I'm in the all issues. I'll create a sprint. Okay, I will sprint 1 week, create, and 2 tickets I moved. Okay, so examples. So and so this is 3 tickets. I start a sprint. Okay, once sprint is started, the ticket is moved to here. Okay, but suppose if the ticket is okay, like if it is in progress, I was second ticket, I started working on it, I finished it. Okay, it's simple because if I open the ticket will be open this right side. It's working very slow today. I was 2 tickets. If I open this fully, what are the things I have to do in progress done? 3 only I have. Okay, so 3 I can see here, to do in progress done. But when we have a multiple, suppose example, my projects is basic workflow is here, but I don't want this basic workflow. I want to create a new workflow. I want to like associate a new one or something. So what we can do it? So how we can do it? Example, I'll create a new workflow and I will associate it. Okay, add workflow. I waste. Okay, which is an open already. So what I'll do is I'll just create it once is done, like uh, just I have planning, in dev, in testing, so in review, then I'll click on like a result. So is already their result, so we don't need. So this is the statuses app. Okay, so first I'll put it same like to plan to in review, in dev, in testing, then result. So from result I'll put it like reopen. Is required, we can reopen. Okay, workflow creation is done. So then what I'll do, just I'll go to my project. So then I will associate it. Simple way. I'll come to here. So I can add a workflow from here. I don't want to create a new one, right? So I'm just testing project. So I'm just add an existing. So what is like iOS workflow? Click on next, select all issue type, finished it. So I'm just publishing. So which is associated to hall, but as of now I have few tickets which is same like on a open or something. So just I migrated those. I refresh it all, acknowledge. Okay. See guys, my backlog are showing empty or my active sprint are showing empty. But suppose if I create a new ticket also in my iOS project story, story to create. See, the tickets are created iOS 6, but still ticket is not here. Why? I'm just still in the iOS all issues only. And if I go to the board configurations, you can see here iOS project is like project is equal to iOS. If I click on edit query, I can see tickets here. If the ticket is matched to here, that should be come here definitely. So that is things we need to verify every time. So we need to check the filter. If the issue is in the filter, it should be definitely to be in the board. But no issues here because the mapping is not happen. So earlier it is mapping by default, but now mapping is not there. So where is the mapping? So if I go to come here, board, if you click on board configuration, first option we have a general. In the general, first you can change the board and add administrator, and this administrator also can able to do the board configurations. Suppose if I add one person, example Kumar, so Kumar also can do board configurations now. The next is filters or filter queries, everything we can see here. Then click on columns. This is the important columns what you are seeing here in the active sprint. What are the columns you are seeing, like to do, in progress, done? So the same we need to manage from here. Example first is to do is there by default, but my status is open, so I just edited that. Just remove this. If you remove this also, is nothing will be happen. So this is all is like error is there, like there to do done is not there in my workflow status now. So open is there. Now just drag and drop this to open. Next, what I'll do is like planning. So move this to planning one. Sorry. Planning. Next is in dev. Only remaining next, I have still 3 is there. What I need to do? Just add a column option. See, add a column. Next, in testing. So testing you can move. Next, in review. Final is resolved, right? So we can see like planning, in testing, in review, in dev or something. Okay, 1 second. This we can do is like resolved. If I added this here, resolved, I can move it here. Then in dev. Okay, now if I go to here, see exactly like open, planning, testing, in review, in dev, result. See what we are doing here, we are giving the name on the top. So based on that, we are moving to the like existing data. So when ticket is open, it will be shown under open columns. If it is a planning, it will show on the planning. Example, that the task one, I'll just open task one. The task one as of now open. So if I click on this, if I click on planning, now this is in a planning. So this will also move to planning. If I change this to now in review, it will change to in review. See, if I click on in testing or something or anything in testing or in dev, it will change to in dev. Okay, so whatever the flow you are going here, and it will be go to here also. Suppose if I move this to in testing, so what are the available, only it will become. Example, when I'm in dev, only testing is available. When I press this, only testing will be enabled. So because only that transition is available, so I'll move to in testing. So it will be changed here, here automatically in testing. So wherever you can change the ticket, it will change on board. If you change on the board, it will change in the that places. Okay, so this is the workflow columns. Like whenever we have created a ticket, if you are modified the workflow, exactly that modified places we need to move it. Like few people, like suppose I want like a review and planning both same places only. Okay, so I don't want in review and extra. So in review and planning both I want same place, and planning and review I can. So now if it is in review and planning also same place, it will be there. Okay, so it means under one columns we can add multiple status also. It's a planning and review. So anything. Now if I move to, it's a planning. Test one is a iOS one. Now is a planning. Suppose if I move to review also, still be the same column it will be there. Because if I move to in review also, still be same. In review place only it will be there, because planning and in review both are in the same places, right? So it means in the one columns we can add multiple status also. Based on their projects team decide, they will decide it what columns they want and what under one each column, so what the status they want to see, so that they can plan it like this. Okay, so the next thing, Okay, as of now it's too late. Okay, so next thing we'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay, so I'll just send you the notes today, and tomorrow we will finish whatever we have here. Okay. Okay, so we'll continue same as boot configurations. Okay, we discussed up to these columns only. So next, we have a streamlines. Before the streamlines, so we'll discuss first a quick lines. So whenever you click on these quick filters, you just open this where you can see what is here, only my issues recently updated. So you can see those two here, only my issues means if I click on it, only my issues means which tickets assigned to me, those only I can see. Example, this ticket is assigned to me. Okay, so that ticket I can see here. So administrator this. Okay, so this is administrator, this is administrator. So if I assign this to some other person also, so based on the assignee or based on the priority, based on whatever, we can write a filter here. Okay, so this is a easy search. Normally, like see in a board, these board tickets, suppose 10 people are working, so I need to know the status of each person. So in the 10 people working means is a suppose 100 tickets. To check the 100 tickets here based on the users is very hard. So if you write a quick filter based on the assignee person, so if I click on that user, so those tickets only we can see. So other user tickets we cannot see it. So it's very easy to like get those tickets based on the user, based on the priority or anything, so you can write it. Okay, example, I will assign this to Kumar. Assign. I will write it here first. Name we need to write it. I will write it like so my JQL, so I need to write it my username. So my username is administrator, so assign equal to administrator. So then add, that's it. Okay, so next if I add it Kumar. Kumar, then add. So now two users are there. If I refresh the page now, see, same Kumar and Nagraj, both I can see. So if I click on Nagraju, only Nagraj issues will be appear. So only three issues. And if I click on Kumar directly, it will not appear anything. So because it will be multi-select. So whenever you want, you need to uncheck this Nagraj first, then you need to click on Kumar. So only Kumar tickets I can see it now. Okay, so Nagraj ticket will be disappear. Okay, so here not only based on the assignee, based on the like priority, you can write it based on the issue type or based on the priority or anything. It's depends on the filter. So if you write it the name, the filter, if you click on that name, the filter will be work, and which ticket is matched to that filter, so those tickets only will be appear on the board. Okay, so this is a quick filter. So streamlines. So streamlines also we have like story wise, assignee wise also. If I click on directly assignee, so it will become like assignee will become like a row wise. Okay, so here administrator and here Kumar. So below, so separation it will be happen directly here. Okay, so instead of we are adding here, so we can add the streamlines here. So one user will become, example, this Kumar is one ticket, and if I click on administrator is a three tickets. Okay, so I'll move this to here or something. Okay, and if I want to show like epic wise or projects wise, if it is multiple projects, multiple, no swim lanes is not required. queries. Based on the queries also we can write it. Example, like based on the priority or based on the assigning. Suppose this priority is low, this is the low, and this is the high, and this is also is a high. So here queries, we can select the query and we can write it like just I'll write it high. Priority equal to high. Add. So everything else means apart from high, if anything is there, it will be go. If I return only one, if I refresh it, see the ticket just differences like it's high, remaining everything else like low, lowest or anything. So it will be available in the early or like everything else. So if I example, if I click on Kumar, so Kumar is assigned to one ticket, which is a high priority one. So if I click on Nagaraj, so Nagaraj assigned 3 tickets and one is in progress and one is like everything else and two is everything else and one is high priority. Okay, so like not only see quick filters is assignee or seamless is priority, not like that. Like based on their requirement and they want I is a quick filter or assign is a seamless and we can add it. So basically, this two will be helpful for to like a filter issues and like in the show what we want. That's it. Okay, so the with that these two will be helpful. Okay, next is card color. So card color is nothing like whenever like same again based on the filter or issue type of priority. So the lines will be the colors will be enabled. So the color line will become left side small line will become. That's it. See, small line. See, so that we can change it here. The color, if you don't like this color or if you want anything, so change the color. Suppose I want a green. Okay, so this high will be changed as a green now, little light. See. Okay, so they want this color pattern and based on the priority, again, we can write it a query here. So based on the query, the filter issues will be show as that colors, what we are selected here. Okay. So next is card layout. So card layout is something important. Suppose if I go to the backlog, so I have a backlog tickets, right? So if I RM18 and the ticket number and I can see the summary, but I want to see the assignee or priority or some information I want to see here. So how we can see that? So if I click on it, the ticket will be open right side. Okay, so I can see components or some fields I can see it here. But I want to see the field names here without enter so that we can add it here. So here we have a backlog and active sprint. We have both, right? Backlog, active sprint. If you want to see that field in the backlog view, you need to add it here. So example, I want to see assignee name. Okay, so that we can assign a name. So earlier nothing name. So but if I refresh it now, see administrator, Kumar, administrator, some assign, unassigned. So everything I can see. And still if I want like anything like priority, add priority also you can see. See high, this is low and this is low again like, okay. So, and one more thing here, only 3 extra fields we can add it. Card can be configured to show up to 3 extra fields only. Like here, you can add it only 3 extra fields. If you want fourth and fifth one, you need to delete, remove one and two ones. Okay. And only three fields we can appear here. And if I go to active sprint again, here I cannot see it. But same in the active sprint means is a below. So below, if you want anything. So example, like I want a location field or something. If I added that to the location field, tickets I can see. See, this is Hyderabad, this is Andhra, this is Hyderabad, this is Hyderabad. Like, so whatever field I want, and I need to add the fields into card layout so that the field information I can see in the backlog or active sprint and without to open this ticket. Okay. So estimation. So the estimation is very, very important. What I'll do is like I'll open repair different projects, development. Same everything. Yes. If I go to estimation, I'll go to the backlog first. So I have a three tickets here. Suppose I'll open task tickets I open. See guys, example, I created a three tickets. Okay. So three tickets, if I open iOS, this ticket, this is assigned to me. And suppose this is assigned to me. So this is assigned to some other person. Myself, like example, I'll assign to Kumar. Okay. But in the three tickets, how I can assign these three tickets to two peoples? Two is one person, is one person is not correct. So organization level, that administrator will, the person will come and why I assign two tickets and other person is one ticket. Okay. So organizations not assign the ticket based on the count. So your to you is a one ticket, this person is two tickets, to you is a three tickets, not like that. It depends on the time. So, but how to calculate the time in the Jira? So that is called estimation. Like in the exactly Jira, we called as a story points. So story points means is nothing but an estimation of the ticket. Okay. But guys, you can see here, if I click on story, I can see the estimation here. Story point, right side, I can see unestimated. So I'll estimate it, this is one. Okay. So next, if I click on this, I'll estimate this as a 3. Okay. But if I click on task, I cannot see any estimation. Only task I can see, there is no estimation. Even if I click on a bug, I cannot see. Only story issue type. This is a story issue type so that I can see the story points, I can add it. Okay, so that I can plan it. Like this ticket is it will take 1 hour, or this ticket will be take 3 hours. Like, so based on that, I will adjust their timings, and based on their time availability, I will assign tickets to them. But why it is available for only stories? So this is by default in a story points will be available for only story issue types. So this is also interview questions. So when I open backlog, I'm planning to estimate my tickets, but I can see that estimation time to only stories. Why? Or else they're saying they'll ask like by default and which issue type will be available, the story points. So anything, so the by default the story points will be available for only story issue types. Okay. So based on these options, if you come estimation statistics is story points. Okay, so story points will be available for only story issue type. But I want this to all the issues so that we can select a different original estimator contact. Here, remember, like all number fields will be appear here. All number fields will become here. Suppose if I selected like original story points, if I refresh it, the original story points which is available for all. Suppose if I click on it now, the estimation, if I move the cursor, it is showing like original story points unestimated. So if I click on here, so it will come original estimate for all. And if I want a different name also, we can create like a number field. The number field will come here. Example, contact number. or minimum and maximum experience. This is a number field. So the number fields also will be appear here. So now if I click on it, suppose this is to him, like we assigned two tickets. So example, like this is the 1 hour it will be take, and the second ticket is 2 hours. Okay. If I go to the last ticket which is assigned to Kumar, maybe it will be take 3 hours. So now this assign is correct. So this assignment of the tickets is right, because the first two tickets is one, this is 1 hour, this is 2 hours, total 3 hours for administrator user, and that ticket it will take 3 hours. Okay, so it is assigned to one person. So the organization will not calculate it, the estimate that their person capacity, person work based on the ticket counts. It will be calculated based on the story point, that estimation time, and how much time we worked on it. That is, so that is will be coming from this estimation place. Okay. So next is a working day. So working day means like when we have started a sprint, when we created a sprint also, started sprint also, it will become here like 1 week. If I selected 1 week, only 5 working days is coming. How it is coming? So based on this working day and based on the time, suppose if I selected Saturday, Sunday also, now if I start the sprint, if I create a sprint, if I selected a 1 week, 7 working days. So 1 week is normal 7 working. Suppose your organization, your team is working 24/7, you need to select all their team. So if it is not and they'll select it, this is unchecked by default. And if any non-working days are there, suppose I started 1 week sprint. In the 1 week sprint, suppose some holidays are there. Okay, so that we can exclude it from here also. We can add a date. Suppose today is India Labor Day, so today is holiday, so it will not calculate it. Okay. So the dates, if they are added dates here, so particular the date, it will not work. So next is issue details view. So this is also interview question. So what it means, like in the backlog or active sprint, wherever you are there, if you click on it, the ticket is opening right side. Some information also you can see here, like component label, this so and so. These fields we can manage it from this issue details view. Example, I don't want component, I don't want label or fixed version or fixed epic or something. So that cases we need to manage it from here. Now if I click on it, component is not here. So whatever fields you want and whatever fields you don't want, you can manage those from here. So this is also interview question. So when I'm in the backlog or active sprint, when I click on the ticket is opening right side. So I want to manage those fields, or I want to add a new fields there. How? So in a board configuration, so we have a options called issue details view. So if you can manage those fields from this issue details view. Okay, so this is option. Yeah. So this is a board configurations, Scrum board. And here still we have a few that is called an epic conversions. Okay, so first I'll tell you like how this epic conversions will be work. Okay, so first I'll go to the projects settings. So these versions and components you can see here, right? So if you click on add a version, so version name you can enter. So version name example 1.0. That is start date and end date we can select it here, then click on add. So that's optional, start date, end date. So if I click on 1.2 version or else 2.0 version, 2.0 version, start date, end date, they will select add. So this is not administrator work, and projects administrators, they can create their project versions. Okay. When I'm creating a ticket now, okay, if I go to little down, fix version, I can see fix version. If I click on it, the version will be coming here. Okay, so 1.0. Okay, and if I click on create button, so the ticket will be opened in the ticket. So I can see 1.0 means, suppose you are doing one development activity and you want to track for which version of this. And we have a one other option also, that affected version. So the people sometimes if they are going to fix any bug, so they will select it like fix affected version, suppose 1.0, and we are going to fix that into 2.0. So if it is any new development, so they will select it directly as a fixed version and they will track that number. So this is for 1.0, this is for 2.0 ticket, like that. And they can select like if it is any affected version also, and they're going to fix the issue in the any new version, so they will add it like this. And if you added any tickets, the tickets will be appear automatically in this version, this place also. See, if you 1.0 is here is a one ticket, see version 1.0 one ticket is still in the to do. And if you like close this, like I'll just plan this and then I will review and then I will endev and testing and then resolve. So I'll resolve it, and if I refresh the page here, it will come like green, so it is done. So once this is done, like in the 1.0 uh, uh like a version are released. Okay, I'm the tickets are everything is completed. Like 1.0 I created 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 tickets, everything is done. So what they do is, like, if they once is that completed at that exact release date, so they will come and click on action, they will click on, they'll release it. So ignore one, proceed and move to version. It means like one ticket is that is resolved, but resolved date is not there. So that's why still it is showing like an unresolved only. But which tickets are unresolved, so they will move like they will release and something. So whatever they'll do it something, they will release it. So you can see here, released and unreleased are both versions, so they can track it here. So one is unreleased. If I click on released one, so released one also will come. So it means they will create a name first. Okay, so they will create issues under that version. So once they have a one particular and 1.1 version need to be released this month end or something. So that month end, so they will come and they will release it. So that in that projects and how many versions are released and how many is in progress and how many is coming version, so they will track everything into here. Okay, and suppose if I click on a create button, okay, and same if I go to this fixed version, if I click on it, 1.1 also still I can see select here. 1.1 is released, but why I'm able to select that 1.0? Okay, so 1.0 is a released one only. Okay, but still why I'm able to select it? Yes. So released and unreleased, still we can able to select it. Only archived one we cannot select it. What they will do, like once it is resolved, based on their thing, so they will like click on archived. So once it is archived, it is locked. So next time we cannot select it. See, only 2.0 will come here. See. Okay, so this is how the fixed version will be managed, and this is also they'll ask might like what is the like archived released one. So in the versions I can see like released, unreleased, and archived. So what is mean that? So released and unreleased, and still we can able to select those versions on fixed version drop down. If you don't want to select any issues under that fix that versions, and we need to archive that, so that the tickets that version will not come on the drop down. Okay, so next is components. So component are the same, and exactly it will work as a name conversations. Example, these tickets also is a easy filter we can write it, like whenever you want a fixed version or 1.0 tickets you want example, so we can write it like fixed version equals to 1.0. So if I search it, the ticket will become I've created one. So it's a very simple, we can track the issues and based on this filter search also. And the component also is the same with this the name conversation. So example, my project only is there, like I'm working with a Jira administrator. So after 6 months or 1 year, my manager asked me like, so how many tickets we are receiving based on the how many like new projects, and how many is related to screens, and how many related to workflow, and how many related to permission scheme. So we cannot go and check each and every ticket and this is related to screen and this is related to workflow or something. So instead of that, what I'll do, I will create a this workflow. and the lead is must, you need to select it unassigned or component lead or something, anything, then click on add it. Then I'll select it as a screens. So lead, we can select any of the person. So example, I will add administrator only. And here default assign your component lead, we can select it. So component lead default assign it. So it means whenever I selected a screens, it will automatically assign to the administrator because he's the lead, and the component default assign for component lead. And also we can select it like access. This I selected like unassigned. Okay. So what happened, like when they're creating a ticket also, or in the any other place, and when we are working on it, so simply what I'll do, I'll come to these components, I will click on it, I'll select it. This is related to workflow. Then I'll click on create button. So I can easily capture this like component is workflow. Okay. So I can easily track this in the next time if I want any time. Like if I go to the components, I will write it components equals to like related to the workflow. So related, which tickets are related to the workflow, those issues will become so that I can easily manage. So this is also to the components also, which is helpful for to easy access the tickets, easy filtering. Okay, so easy filtering, we can write it, I access this name, this type, and we can do it. Suppose if I selected a screens, it will assign to administrator automatically. So see, this when I selected workflow, it is unassigned only. But if I click on a screen, test 2, if I click on a screen, see, this is assigned to administrator. So based on the, this components is assigned. And component also is a multi-select, and we can suppose one ticket related to screens and workflow also. If I selected 2, and 2 will become here. Okay. So that if I sign, I don't want to write, I don't want to go and write it here. Simply, if I click on the screens, directly this automatically it will be written. Project is iOS and component is screen. And if I click on anything, like if I click on workflow also, if I click on this workflow, 2 tickets, project is iOS, component is workflow, and it is a hyperlink. So whenever we click on it, and automatically the filter will be open and it will work. Okay. And apart from component, we have other options called label. Label also same work. Example, I want to write it like here screens. I can. If I want to, this is related to workflow also, I can write it. So what is this both difference? This is also same. Suppose if I click on screens, this is only one related screen. Label is a one, label is equal to screens. So it is same, right? And what is the use of the component and labels, and what is the these two differences? The work is same, exactly. Component label, one group of ticket, we can put it under one component and under one label, so that we can easily access and easily filter those issues. But components, you want to add any new components. So if I write it here name, so I can add it, but user cannot able to add it. I'm a Jira administrator, I have a project setting access, so I can. But as a any of the user, they cannot add a component directly here. So if they want any new component, they need to add it here first. Then only it will come on the drop down. And here only one extra point that we can add automatically assigned to component lead. Suppose we have a 3 people. One person is working with workflow, one person is working with access, one person are working with the screens. So I can differentiate it here. Whenever the tickets are created, the component is selected, it will be assigned to the respective person directly. So we don't want to worry and reassign to each person's again. So here one more options, like we cannot like user cannot add multiple components. And in the components, we have a options called and default assign. That is only one options. And in the action, we have edit, archive, delete, like that. Same that the component is over, so we can click on archive, so that we cannot, and we can delete it also. And but the label is we don't want to add any place. Just in the view screen, just type it and do it. That's it. It's a very simple one. Here also I can write it like workflow. And suppose here one more option you can see. Workflow I've written in the iOS 10, but if I click on label here, the two will come on the drop down. See, screens and workflow. So I can select the workflow and if I click on it. If I click on the workflow now, two tickets will become. One is 10, one is a 9. In the both places, label is workflow. So workflow will become. So almost work is same, but only one thing we don't have in the labels, that is the default assignee. Second, we don't want project administrator or Jira administrator to add a components type, add a name in the backend. I can add it whatever I want here. I can add it access here. So I can click on do it. Access and workflow. Still I can see it, right? So the name is same, but the work is same, but only little changes. That's it. Component is standard in the standard names will come from the project settings and which is available for default assignee also. But the label we can add it directly in the label places. You can type the name and you can add it. But how to remove this? Suppose I've added like a screen or whatever. How to remove the screen? So only one thing, like if I go to this 10th ticket, screen is here. If I go here, if I remove the screen, click on add. If I click on it again, screen will not be there. See? So how it will be means, if suppose if I add it anything, it will come the next time tickets. Like if I added 9, 10, 11 as a screen. Okay. So 12th ticket, I don't want to come the label. So that is over. The label work is done, but still I can see what is it. So we need to remove that in the each ticket. Okay. So I need to go 10th, I need to go 9, I need to go like 11th ticket. I need to remove that label as a screen. Then it will be not show on the 13th ticket. So this is also one disadvantage. It's like one time my work is like screens are done or access are done, but I don't want to come this drop down. So in the component I can archive it or else I can delete it directly. But in the label, from the each and every ticket we need to remove it so that it will be disappear. If it is selected in the one ticket also, it will become automatically. Okay, so that is the label. So this is also interview question. So I want to remove the name from the labels. How? So the label name, if you are selected in any of the ticket, it will become in the drop down. So if only one option, we need to remove the label from the all the issues where we are selected so that it will be automatically disappear. If it is selected in the any ticket, it will become on the drop down. Okay. If you are removed it from the all the issues, it will not. Okay. So this is like components and versions. And next, I want to discuss one thing. Like if I click on create button, so I can see an epic. So when I click on epic, it will become like epic name. And apart from that, first we will discuss one more thing here. Okay. Uh, Example, suppose one person is joined in the organizations. Okay. When one person is joined organizations, they have a multiple tasks to be completed. Example, like in it, you like that organization want to be create like for him like email ID and access and IT team relation, IT team like place assignment and system assignment and bank account open, ID card provided. So lot of things are there. So all the things only one person or one department cannot do this. So multiple departments are handled. So it means whenever you have a task, you can like many of the departments are involved in. Okay. So that cases you cannot assign each and every department every time. Like today is a one department, tomorrow is one. Only one ticket will not go to the all department. So in the organization, what they will do, so they will separate as a subtask. And what we have seen the subtask here. And if I go to the settings and issues, we can see subtask here. Subtask. See, as of now, only one subtask is there. Okay. If I click on it under task or like example, mm, Okay, so create button. Okay, so please complete joining like Nagaraj joining formalities. I will create it. Okay, so when I create it, so whenever some person is joined, so I will assign this to some person. Okay, so I will assign to Kumar. So only Kumar cannot complete all my work. Okay, all my joining formalities and so and so, so and so is there, like ID card creations and space allocations and system provides, okay, email and Slack access. Okay, so many of the things are involved to complete one person joining formalities. Okay, so that case is what organization will do in the real time work also, like in the any development work also, to complete any of the tickets. They have a multiple department, multiple peoples are involved, so they will one task and they will separate, like they will create as a subtask. Example, if you click on the more, it will become on the create subtask. The same projects, if I go to that summary, I was development, I have a bug, epic, story, subtask and task. But why the subtasks are not coming in this place? See, only task, story, bug, epic is coming, but where is the subtask? The subtask will become under task, or story or bug or any place it will become. So it means in a one ticket is a parent ticket. We call this as a parent. This is as a child ticket. Okay, so parent tickets we can convert as a multiple child tickets and we can finish the work. Example, I'll create a subtask and I will same subtask as a workflow, subtask as a screen and everything, but the screen will be appear here. Whatever screen we are created for subtask or whatever workflow, and that will be work here. And if I open this summary, and what I'll do is like suppose this is like is working with one person. Example, assigning is the assigning, example Gautam. So Gautam is related to Slack and this team. So but whenever you created a subtask, the subtask will create under that task only. You can see here, it will be here. And if I open this ticket and you can see iOS 12 and this is the parent ticket and 12 is a subtask. And still we have the same workflow or same everything, like different workflow or different screens also we can create as per our requirement. And if I create a task, once I create a task, suppose here, suppose this is for IT department. So space, whatever. So they will. So what Kumar work to handle his access? Maybe the Kumar is my manager and manager want to finish all my joining formalities and he need to follow up. So he will create a different subtask case something and it will be. Okay, so provide email and Slack access and provide laptop or provide disk and backdoor. So when this all subtasks are completed, then this task is completed. So I will ask like, hey Kumar, and what is my access things. So if he come and he open, so as of now everything is done. Example, laptop provide is completed. So what they will do, like once the laptop is completed and the respective person once is provided, so they will click on completed. So the workflow is different definitely, and just I'm taking default only. And if I refresh it, so okay, this is resolved. Okay, laptop provide is completed. So next, provide Slack access, provide location, places still be pending. Suppose Slack and email also is completed, then so it will be done. And next, this last one also will be done. So like whenever you are creating a for any task or story or bug or anything, like in the task finishing, multiple teams are involved and multiple pieces of work are there. So instead of to assigning only one and assign to this all the person to tracking is very hard. So they will convert that uh, a ticket as a pieces of it. The task they will convert as a pieces, that is called subtask, and they will. And we can create a subtask names here if I want to different names they want, like, so that they can create it new subtask here, and the subtask will be up here if you added that here, so that subtask will be up here, and when you are creating a subtask only. Okay, so this is like how like task and subtask will be work. Now if I click on a here and I'll select the epic. Whenever you created an selected an epic, the epic name will become directly and it is mandatory. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll create a test, and summary is like I'll select it some. Okay, so zero workflow slow something, we'll create it. See, only in the epic, if you take any of the ticket in the Jira, okay, if I go to suppose this, what I can see here, description, attachment, then subtask, which I've created. If not created subtask, activity. But after attachment here, first description, attachment. But after attachment, instead of activity, I can see issues in epic. Only this epic only I can see like this. Remaining tickets we cannot see like this. So what is use of this epic? So one thing, this epic will be work as a grandparent. Okay, as we discussed now, task is a parent and this is a child. Okay, see, we are converting this task is a multiple subtask, but multiple task also we can convert into one epic. So those will become as a epic under epic. Example, I'll create one epic again. What I'll do like today date, like is a okay 105 selected. 2023 summary. Okay, what I'll do is what it is like, please complete. Suppose is a big manager like who are, please complete 2523 people's joining formalities. That epic name is 10523. This is I'll assign to one person. Okay, so I'll assign to Gautam. So only Gautam will not completed all joining formalities. Example, it's like a first. Oh, sorry, this is the first, right? So first 5th 2023, maybe 20 people are joined and 15 people are joined, 20, 10 people are joined. So everything one person cannot. And what they will do, this is a grandparent, is based on the date. In that date, multiple people are joining. So that is called example. So I'll select it here, task. So you need to click on it. Issues in Epic, you can create it only. You need to click on this place button. We need to create a task. What is the task? And please complete Nagaraj joining formalities. Instead of that, I will write it like Ravi. Ravi joining formalities. Click on create it. And now if I click on create button, so next is please complete. Abhi joining formalities, example. Okay. So suppose two people are joined. Again, if I open 17th ticket to finishing, and only this is the one, like whenever you created tickets under Epic, the Epic name will Epic link will be automatically happen 10523. So that is a Epic name. So Epic name will add in the Epic link in the Epic issues. Like if you created any issues in the Epic, so this Epic name will be added here as a Epic link. So here, please complete Ravi joining formalities means again. So we have all these subtasks. Okay, so it means And whenever we have on see how they will do it, like they have a big work, so they will convert as a story or task or something. Under story or task, we can create a subtask. Okay, and still in the epic, under epic also we can create a subtask. It's based on their requirement and they will. Okay, so just I'll put it like I can create a subtask under epic, and I can create a story or task or something, and each task and story it will be work this mean one by one, like in the group of the ticket, so they will convert as a pieces of work, and but the tracking will be very easily. Suppose if I'm in this subtask, so if I click on subtask, I'll open this, and then here the epic link will be there. So joining Nagra joining formalities, it's not be appear here, but how to add it here if it is missed? Same thing. If you're added this epic link, the same, it will be convert. But epic link, yes, epic link is 105 update. So that it will become like the ticket also will become here. Nagraj. Okay. So this all ticket they will assign one person. This is assigned to Kumar, they'll assign to some other person. And once this all tickets is completed, then the task is completed. Suppose the task is completed and it will be, they'll track it here. Okay. So Nagaraj joining formality is completed. Okay, then Ravi is pending, Abhi is pending. If I open this Ravi one, okay, what is pending? So example like email access is pending, or the space location is pending. So I will ask this respective person, please complete as soon as possible this location allocation. Suppose all is done, then again this task is done, so that the second person also completed, third person also completed. Once all this task is completed, this epic is completed. Okay, so this is the way and how the epic and task and subtask will be work. Okay, this is also interview question. So how this epic will be work? So the epic will be work as a grandparent, and whenever we are creating an epic, the epic name is mandatory. And if you created any task and under epic, and we can create a task and sub task and stories under that story or task, and we can create a multiple subtask also. And epic is a standard name, and we cannot rename that name, and we cannot create other issue type like a epic. Whatever we are creating here, issue types, whatever issue types we are creating on here, like when we are creating a issue type here, we have only two options called standard and subtask. Standard is like this parent only. Standard is this parent, this task or subtask, blah blah blah. And subtask also we can create a new name. But epic is a only one name that we cannot rename it, and we cannot create any other issue type like an epic. I don't want epic. I want like a standard name. Okay, type is like standard only. Or suppose future in the like epic, like I want like future. Is it possible? No. So we cannot create a new issue type like an epic. Remember this. Epic is a standard name and standard work. So how this will be work in my board? If I go to the backlog. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just create a other one. Like again, I'll go to the epic. I'll create an demo again. See, tickets, iOS 20 is created, but why iOS 20 I cannot see here. Like 19 or 20 also I cannot see in the below. I've just created those. But why I'm not able to see that? So it means that epic and versions will become under these versions and epic places. The version 1.0 is fixed it, but I can see that here. Okay. But I can see the test here, 0 tickets. 1505, total 3 tickets I have. Okay. And in a demo, 0 tickets. If I open 20, if I go to here, I can create any ticket here, like same task. Epic task, test one, something. So the test one, I can see it here. 21 tickets. See, 21 ticket, I can see it here. So it will come demo. Suppose if I create any ticket, while I'm creating a ticket, if I select a task, I select creating, and I will select it like version size a 2.1, create it. What will happen now? The tickets, one ticket will be appear here. But what is use of these 2.0 or versions if you are writing a version or something? See, here I have 11 tickets. In the 11 ticket, I want to come only 2.0 tickets. If I click on 2.0, only 2.0 tickets only will become. This is 2.0. So if I click on this ticket, like a demo ticket, only demo ticket will be appear. See, if I click on 1/5/2023, so this is 1/5/2023 tickets only I can see, so that I can easily plan. Okay. So epics, whenever you create an epic, the epic will not come to the backlog, since the epic we have a separate column. So if you created any tickets under epic, those tickets only we can see in the backlog, but with respective adding that epic name. So whenever you want to track the issues total 3 and completed 0, unestimated 3 still, estimated 0. So the complete information about these tickets information they can see. So it is a very easy access. Suppose when they have created multiple backlog, I want to start this ticket only 1/5/2023 today. So I can plan this 3 only today. But if I'm uncheck this, everything will be there. And in that, if I want to plan, so it is very hard. Like now is 11 ticket, but if I have 200, 300 tickets and have everything as these names like 20523 or 10423, might it will be confused. So directly, if I click on it, it will be open. I can plan this ticket to the sprint. I can start the sprint. Okay. So it's a very easy access also. Whenever you created these, it will become here, and if you click on it, and those issues only will be appear. And if I click on these 3 dots, edit a name, so we can edit the name also. If it is not 2.0, it is different name, so we can. That is only available here. But if I click on it here, so I can have some different options. Suppose if I click on it, color changes. So I don't want blue color, I want some red color. I want, see, red color, it changed. If I click on the different colors, okay, so we can, right? So if I want a blue color, if I want a different colors, so I can green color that. Okay, so still I can edit the name also. If I click on it, I can edit the name and view epic details. So this is epic details, that the epic will be open automatically. But if I click on this also, like if I click on that epic edit name, epic name, we can edit it. Okay. So create issue under epic. So if I click on it, and directly I can open it under that epic. That is a what. Okay. So this is like how epic and versions will be work in that board. Okay. So it means Scrum is a planned board, and where the tickets are created, it will come to the backlog. And once tickets are created in the backlog, the Scrum Master will plan the tickets, like if they will create a sprint, and they will move the tickets from backlog to act the sprint, and then they'll start the sprint. Once sprint is started, then actual developers will come and they will start work on it, and based on their requirement and based on their work, and they will change the issues to particular column, they change the status. And in the board configuration, so we can add a streamlines or quick filters, add cart layout, okay, and estimation time. Okay, and once the all tickets are completed, and then the person, the product owners will become and they will complete the sprint. Okay, so once sprint is completed, the tickets will not appear here. So example, I'll show here. It is resolved, then it is in dev, then in testing, and then resolved. And this is what I want to do here. Planning, review, in dev, in testing, resolved. So all tickets are completed. So once all ticket is completed, the product owners will come and they will complete the sprint. Okay. So once sprint are completed, the tickets will not appear here. The next, see, it will go to the automatically reports, and the report, like I can see, like So iOS 1, 2, 3 and summary and bug medium, the all status is resolved. And what is the estimation time? Estimation total 6 and which person? 1%, 2, 1, 3. That estimation I can see it. And then May 1st only we are released this. Okay, the started date and end date also we can see it here. Planned by administrator and end by administrator. Then if I go to the backlog, now I cannot see the sprint. Earlier I can see active sprint, but now I cannot see it. And if I go to the active sprint, I cannot see nothing here. So because the tickets are completed, when the tickets are completed, it will not be in the backlog, it would not be in the active sprint because the tickets are completed and it is over. Okay, whenever you want the report again, you need to go to the reports. This is the reports are available and you need to select from here. You can track, switch, and we have all reports, and all reports will be appear here. And in the project also we have some default reports, which is burn down chart. This is also they'll ask like by default in a Scrum project, what are the reports are available? So at least few you need to cover here. Okay. So burn down chart, burn up chart, sprint chart, velocity chart, and control, epic version. So we have a lot of this. Like, okay, suppose I want to see my sprint related one. So sprint reports. If I go to here, my sprint names I can. Okay, so this is sprint one. If it is sprint two and sprint wise, the options will become like sprint two, sprint three, like that. We can. So then again they'll plan it. So they'll create a sprint and they will move it and then they will start it. Okay. So the sprint active sprint tickets only, it will be appear here. So next is I'll create a Kanban. Okay. So Kanban also to creating the same process. If I click on a create button, I'll select the Scrum. Okay. Click on a next. Click on create. Next is like I'll write it a Kanban only. Then I'll click on submit. This is a Kanban board. Same in the Kanban board also, I can create a Kanban board. In the multiple boards, I can create it. And if I go to the board and Kanban board is created, if I click on it, as again same. And again, when I'm click on the board, when I'm trying to create a board also, I can see the same Scrum, same create with a new project. Project will be created and Kanban board will be created. Project from existing project, you can convert as a Kanban. If you delete the board, it will be convert as a normal project again and create from a saved filter. So everything, how we are created Scrum, how we are converted the Scrum to normal or normal to Scrum, same again, this Kanban also same. Okay. But only the differences you can see here in the Scrum, you can see backlog and sprint. So which are the tickets are created, it will become to the backlog first. Then once they're planned, it will become to the active sprint. But Kanban only board I can see. Whenever we created a ticket, test one, create it. The directly the tickets will be sorry, I created in the iOS only. Kanban. Test. So it will become directly on the board. Here it will come to the backlog. After planning only, it will come to the sprint, like the board. But now it will be directly in this board only. If I create another ticket also, it will become here. Kanban. See, it will come. And same, you can, whenever you are ready, you can start work on it and you can finish it. Okay, so it is unplanned. So Kanban is an unplanned board, but still we have same configurations. What are the configurations and what is the issues or something? But here in the Scrum project, once sprint is released, the tickets will not be here. But in the Kanban, once you release the completed the done also, it will be still here. Okay, suppose I've closed 100 tickets. 100 tickets I can see in the this done category. But that we can exclude from hide completed issues older than 1 week or 2 weeks or 4 weeks. So if it is 1 week, the ticket is resolved before 1 week or something, so it will be disappear. Okay, so that is options we have, but in that Scrum board we don't have that option. So because when you click on it, when you release that sprint, and the sprint will be not available, that things will not available, the tickets will not available, so it will, but here it is available. And then is a columns. So columns, in the Scrum, we don't have the number same, like we can create a multiple columns and we can drag under that column same as it is. But minimum and maximum means, what is minimum and maximum means is, in the Scrum, the tickets are come to the backlog, only planned ticket is coming to the board. But here, lot of tickets. Suppose in the Scrum, I have a 500 tickets, but 500 ticket will not come to the active sprint. Only plan it. Only 10 if we are planning this week, only 10 I can see it. But in the board, if it is 500 tickets are created, 500 I can see in this backlog one. It's a lot of list, and which ticket I need to start it. So we can add that minimum count here. So minimum is 0 and maximum is only 10 tickets I want to see here. It means whenever 11th ticket is created, it will not come here. Okay, maximum 10. Next, one ticket like 11th ticket, it will be go to the start for development or something. The first ticket, if it is go to the development, the 11th ticket will be added. Second ticket will go, and this ticket. So each column, how many tickets you want to show, that we can restrict again from these columns. Okay, and the next is streamlines also same, and quick filter same, card color is same, card layout also same. But card layout here we have a 2, because we have a backlog and active sprint, but here we have only board, so only board we can see it. And working days same, and issue details view. So what are the, if you click on this ticket, it will be open the right side, so that we can manage from here. So whenever you are good with a Scrum, and this Kanban is very simple. Okay, so only the board configurations. So if they want like board configurations, they want to add different persons as a board administrator here, and columns, streamlines, everything. And one more thing, remember here, in the Kanban also we have same project settings work same for all the projects. What screens they want, and what issue type they want, what screens, what field configuration, permissions, they create their versions and components. The work is as it is same. Apart from the project configuration, we have a board configuration. The board configurations, not only administrator can do it. It's an optional for administrator, because board administrator also can do that board configuration work. If you're logging with some Kumar, if I added Kumar here also, they can see the board configurations. Okay, so means these projects, this board configuration is an optional, but we cannot refuse to the people, because only administrator know how to work these quick filters, card layout, templates, but normal user don't know about how to, what is this, use something. So that is the reason, and we need to help them. If they keep on asking it, one time you can